And unfortunately for you, Coisty, we'll
Oh, I know,
also be
mate. I
talking
know
about
where we're going.
Rangers.
I
Yeah,
know where we're
yeah.
going, mate.
Seventh in the table. They're
Yeah.
already 6 points behind Celtic after 3 games. Their worst start in 36 years. And to make matters worse, if they could be,
Yeah.
Rangers forward Hamza Igamane refused to come on as a substitute, claiming he was injured. Here's what Russell Martin had to say in his post-match press conference.
Hamza told me he was injured. So we had a bid this week for Hamza. We rejected it. All was fine. Trained fine yesterday, warmed up fine. I turned around to him at 60 minutes because I wanted 2 strikers on the pitch, why Gas and Danny ended up there, and Hamza told me he's injured.
So he's on the bench and he's now effectively refusing to play, would that be fair?
Well, I don't know. I have to trust him, but we'll see.
How do you deal with a situation like that, especially when you're 1-0 down and you need a goal?
So the issue is that the transfer window is still open. There are a lot of people one eye out the door and one in, and we need people to be all in all the time at this football club. We really need that. So at the minute there's still too many people uncertain or still trying to think maybe there's something there for me. So the window needs to shut quickly. In-house we need to make sure that we have people who really want to be here. So the people that come in and the people that stay that really, really want to be here. So we'll see. I'm calm about it. Kevin and Patrick are aware of it, and we'll see where it goes.
Now, as far as the striker is concerned, Coisty,
Yeah.
I just wonder, is that what you get if you call the players out as early as Russell Martin did when he first arrived?
I don't think so, Jeff. I actually don't think it's really got anything to do with that. And I might be wrong and you might be right. You're certainly right to ask a question. I think a lad wants away regardless of Russell Martin's approach to his job, to be honest with you. It's a tough one, right? Because we've all got an opinion on it, but effectively we don't know, right? If he says he's injured himself in the warm-up, there's not a lot you can do about it, right? I find it very, very strange, you know, at that particular time. But I'm talking to you as a man that has effectively injured himself in a warm-up of a cup final and had to pull out. So it can happen, right? It can happen. But there's just something not right about it.
Yeah.
See if he's not injured, you fine him as much as you possibly can. And they're in a position now. I don't want to contradict myself regarding the Isaac situation and the visa situation, but it's appalling if he is fit to play and he said, no, I'm injured, I'm not going on, then that's diabolical. Actually, to tell you the truth, it's absolutely diabolical. But it's a very, very difficult thing to prove, right? Now, I don't. The bottom line is, Jeff, I don't know. The lad might have injured himself in the warm up, and if that's the case, as I said, I've done it myself, so it is possible.
I mean,
but you can tell he wants away.
I didn't see the game, Coisty, but I looked at the stats. St Mirren had more attempts and the same number of corners. They've got Club Brugge on Wednesday, Celtic at home on Sunday. How thin is the ice under Russell Martin's feet at the moment?
Oh, it's getting thin ice, of course, yes. You know, there's no doubt about it, Jeff. Absolutely no doubt about it. I mean, the first thing I've got to say, and I've got to be honest again, St Mirren more than deserved the point. You know, they've played really, really well. But that wasn't a surprise. That side of it wasn't a surprise. You and I have spoke before. Stephen Robertson's doing a fabulous job at St Mirren. Difficult place to go. At the best of times, he's got them well organised. But you're asking me to comment on Rangers. Rangers look soft, pal. Look really soft. They look weak physically. They look weak mentally. They've got nothing about them. It's... there's problems here, mate. Big problems.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of it not Russell Martin's fault, Jeff. However, we know where the buck stops. As always, it'll stop at the manager's door, right? But there's a lot of the problems not his fault. Some of them, all of them he's going to have to deal with. Whether he can do it quickly enough, time will tell. I hope he does.
Premier League back at the weekend, of course. Some weekend, wasn't it? And we'll talk about most of the games, you know, the opening of Everton's new stadium was absolutely brilliant. Chelsea, fantastic at West Ham. West Ham, by contrast, absolutely awful. Oh, you were at the Etihad, Coisty. I thought that was an eye-opening performance from both sides, actually.
So did I, mate.
Spurs were anything but Spursy. They were brilliant. And
solid.
City, not sure about them.
Well, we can talk about both of them, but let's talk about the positives first of all. Tottenham, mate, very good. Solid enough at the back. You know, Richarlison, honestly, he's in some form, mate. He is in some form. But the key area for me were the three lads in the middle of the park. I thought Pape Sarr was outstanding, Palhinha was outstanding, and Bentancur as well, Jeff. They were absolutely... Spurs were very, very impressive, mate. I spoke to Big Moisey yesterday as well after the game. What a day for them. Everton new stadium. I don't know if you watched it, mate.
Yeah, I did,
They got another penalty given against them that I wouldn't have given. But anyway, there you are. But it was a great result from clean sheet, and obviously with the stadium. But the other thing I was going to mention to you as well, that I know we've got a lot to go about, what a day on Saturday for Coventry. The whole thing about the stadium and obviously the result as well. Yeah, great weekend, mate.
Yeah, 7 goals for Coventry. That's 12 in 2. Spectacular stuff in front of goal.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.